This conference will now be recorded.
Less in numbers. So is there any reason? So hope my screen also it is visible to you people. So what was the topic we were discussing in the series class?
Sir, we were doing website making on WordPress.com.
Okay. So is that everyone understood that how we can be able to create an WordPress account and how we can be able to create our web page? Is there anyone who tried it? So any doubt you have it on creation of WordPress.com and creation of content? So I'll just give you an overview. So I'll just take you to the WordPress.com. So here, for the first time, who are not created, they can be able to start with the get started. And then it will ask you to select with the domain name. Okay, so it will ask you to log in with your Gmail account, or it could be any new email account you can be able to create it. So once after this, it will ask you to select with the domain name with what name you want to create a website. So once you create with all the website information, so that is selecting with the web address. So always choose your web address with your company name, or it could be with your own name. So if you're doing with a personal branding, you can choose your name as a website address. So if you are going to create a brand for your business, then you can be able to create a website in your brand name or your business name. So in case if you want to use it any unique names, so try to use the names which are going to be relevant to the subject. It should not be just like you are going to find a spamming name. So where it is nowhere it is going to be relevant to your subject. Okay, so in such instances, it is not going to have a more visibility. So that is search engine optimization. So the people will not be able to recognize it. So when the audience are not going to recognize it, then there will be no the possibility of bringing up your website address on the top of the results page when anyone searches for the content. So it will be not be available on the first page of the results. Okay, so these are all the simple things which we are going to take care when we are going to create a website. Okay, so once after giving with all these details, it will be asking you, do you want to buy with the domain or do you want to use a free website? So you can be able to use a free website. Make sure your website address will be, for example, my website address, it was digitalcoachacademy.wordpress.com. Suppose if you are going to use it a common name, in such instances, it will show the web address with the name as well as with the numbers. So when it shows with the numbers, so it will be a spamming kind of a web address so that people will not be able to remember. Uh, you can live with the audience. You yourself cannot be able to remember what would be your website address. So if anyone asks for you, okay. So try to not to use the same name, the common names which are already existing. So do not use with those names. So try to use with a unique name which is going to be relevant to your subject and to your business names. Okay, once you are going to confirm with all the name information, so you can click on the select the free site and you will be asked to select with the plans. So plans in the sense you are going to buy the hosting space which will be on chargeable basis. on yearly basis. So yearly chargeable basis. So you can be able to choose the plan, but you will have a lot of features when you are going to use with the premium accounts or business accounts. So instead of you are going to create with a business account, if you want to check it out that how does our website will look like, how can we create it, what are the common features we can be able to get it even though we are not going to create a website by paying the money. So in that case you can have an option on the top as start with a free website. So click on the start with free website, then you can be able to get a new screen where you can be able to see your dashboard of your website. So that is the screen which I'm going to take you now by logging into it. Okay, so this is the screen what it is going to appear when you are going to create a website. Okay, so now in this you can be able to click on the site name option. So in case if you are not able to see your site name, you can click on this, or in between the screen itself it will show you create your site name. You can click on that and you can give a site name and site tagline also. So once after adding up with all those information, you can be able to click on save settings. So this is the first thing what you are supposed to do with. Once after confirming with your site name and the dashboard it is prepared in this way, so you can check it out by going to the pages option. In this you can select as all pages. So you can be able to see there will be by default there will be 2 pages. So you can be able to create as many pages you wanted. So yesterday I have been created as a about page, and if you want I can create one more page where I can be able to create it for example as a services page. So either you can be able to create a blank page, or you can be able to have a predefined page. For example, services. Okay, so you can be able to click on services, and here you can be able to choose with that any template which you want to use for it. Okay, so let me select with the option. Okay, so let me select this. So once you select the page, you can be able to see the content. So it has already been added. So in case if you do not want to use this, you can click on that particular screen and you can click on that block where it is going to be having the 3 dots. Click on remove block. So like this, you can be able to keep on changing with the content. Either you can add it by clicking on plus button, you can be able to add the content or add any kind of features you want to make use of it. Okay, but you can be able to edit the data what it has been already created over here. So I can remove this content which I feel it is not required. Okay, so now if you are completed with the data adding, you can click on publish. Okay, so do not use the same data, try to make some changes. Okay, so let me take it for example here. Let me give okay, so let me add this. Okay, so let me add it. Okay, so let's assume it this is the content for this. Let me add it. So the next thing is I'll change it. Okay, so let me assume it that these are the content which I want to convey to my audiences. So Okay, so let me add it in this way. Okay, so click on publish. So in case if you want to add it with any of the call to action button, you can be able to add it. So there is an option called button. You can click on this and you can be able to add it over here. Register now, and I can be able to give a link so that it is going to get connected to my okay. So this link I'll click it and I'll give it over here. So if anyone clicks over here, it is going to be shown to the next page where they can be able to fill up with the form. Click on publish. And go back by clicking on this icon to the new page. Now, if I want to arrange this on the website, I have to go for appearance. I have to go for themes customize. So you can change the themes, whichever the themes you wanted, you can be able to active. So which we have been shown yesterday. So we have to go for menu bar, primary, and click on add items, and you can add the services. So you can rearrange it by dragging and dropping it, and make sure that it is going to save the changes. So you can go back and you can make the other changes if you want to do it. Okay, so now let's see how the website will look like. Click on the site title name. So it is going to show with the website. So I can be able to click on that particular pages, whatever have been created. So it shows the content of it. Okay, so hope this has helped you people to understand that how to create with the websites. Okay, so what are the important things when you are going to take care of at the time of creation of website? First and foremost thing is, from where do you buy the domain, and from where do you buy with the hosting space? So these both the things are going to be very important thing. The next thing is, once after buying this, so how do you arrange with all the contents? So you should be able to very clear that either you're going to come up with only the image or with the text or videos, or mixing up with all this content. Okay, so it depends upon the business types where we are going to add with more content on the images wise or in the text wise or on the video types. Okay, so you have to manage with all these things. And the other important thing is you are going to choose with the apted themes for your website. So there are a lot of free themes are available by going to the appearance and themes. Okay, you can be able to choose with any of those options, or you can be able to select it and you can activate it, and you can be able to customize it. So the customization, it will be only to that particular theme what you have been selected with, okay, which is activated with. So the next important thing is you can be able to choose certain types of plugins. So what do you mean by plugins? Means anything you are going to get it with a free of cost, it is going to be only at the time of creation of a new website after buying the hosting space. Okay, so if you are not going to buy the hosting space, you will not get the plugins. Okay, and there are certain plugins which you are supposed to use it, which is on chargeable basis. Okay, as of now, WordPress it's not giving any free of cost uh, kind of plugins. So it is on chargeable basis. You are supposed to buy it. So what are the plugins are there? So for what related? It could be like for example, when you are going to open a website. So if you want to make your website screening, it should be too good. Okay, so then designing and it should be responsive. So such kind of changes you want to do it with the designing part, everything. So the suggested plugins on the WordPress, it could be Elementor. So you can be able to check it out. There is a plugin in the name as Elementor where you can be able to install it so that it is going to help you out to design your page in a right way, and you can have a lot of option to select with. Okay, so then it will also help you out to get connected with the chatbots. Okay, even the website also can have a chatbots. So previously we have been used for the Facebook. So here you can be able to create the chatbots for your website also. Okay, so you have to choose with those plugins which are very useful for your website, because if you are going to just upload it connected with your website, and if it is going to give you a responses very lately. Okay, so these are all the things related to the plugins what you are going to use with. If it is an uh, not it has been uptimed plugins, then it would be a problem. Okay, so try to choose it which you are going to use it exactly for that particular reasons, so you can select with that. Okay, so one common thing as a plugin if you are going to recommend it means, so you can be able to use with a Yoast SEO, which you can be able to see it here at the second mark. So this SEO, it is going to help you out. So to make your website to be visible on the search engines at the faster way. Okay, so these are the important things which you have to take care when you are going to create a website. Now, till now we have been seeing that how to create a website. So a website means it is a collection of multiple features. So can you let me know what all the pages we have it in our website? I'll just take you to the main screen. So can anyone see this website screen and tell me that what are the web pages are available in this page or in this website?
Sir, services about and how.
Yeah. So here a website we have created, it is a collection of web pages. So whereas if in case if you don't want to give this many pages and you don't have that many content, or you have a website as well as with this you want one more extra page, but it should not be inside this website. I want to create a separate page for making a particular segment to be fastly, it has to be reached to the audiences. Okay, in that case what we can be able to do it. So that concept what we are talking about, it is called as landing page. So how to create with a landing page? So there are a lot of websites or tools can be used for, and you can be able to create the landing pages. In that, I'll list you out few of them. So you can be able to check with the websites like instapage.com, then nicepage.com. Then you can be able to use it with even GoDaddy also it has, but I don't prefer it. So then you can be able to use it with MailChimp.com. Even in MailChimp also you have it. So we can be able to use the MailChimp.com website compared to other two, because other two websites they wanted at the real time the business information. So until and unless you are going to give with your proper information about your business, it will not allow you to create a landing pages. So let us try to create the landing page on MailChimp.com. Okay, so let me go to the MailChimp.com. So here I will be logging in. In case if I have been already created, I can log in. If not, I can be able to click on sign up for free. Hope everyone have been done this, creating a MailChimp.com link for using it for the mail marketing. Okay, so I'll just take a minute of time it is taking to create it. Okay, so hope your screen, you are able to see my screen. So this is the login what we are going to do it when we are going to log into mailchimp.com. So in this dashboard screen, you can go to the create campaign option. So click on create. So then you will be able to see there are options like sending a mail, which we used it in the previous sessions. Now we are going to create with a landing page. Click on landing page. You can be able to create a website also, but so for website, I prefer it for the WordPress.com, and for the landing page, you can be able to use it on MailChimp.com. So here it is going to ask for the landing page name. So let me give it. So begin with. So here I am supposed to select the template. So what kind of template do you want it? So you can be able to choose with any of these options. So only there are few of the templates are free of cost they have been given with. So you can choose with that. So let me choose this as my template. So you can be able to add the company logo. So click on replace. It is almost similar like how the template audio have been created on the email. So similar to it. Okay. So you can reduce it and increase it. Save and close. So the next thing is give the heading. So what do you want to convey the message through this landing page? So you can give the content over here. Okay. So let me add the content like this and make sure that you are going to save and close it. So if you want to make any changes in the lookings, so if you want, you can change the style of it. Save and so you can be able to add the content. Okay, so Okay, so let me add this. Click on save. So if you want to add much more details, you can be able to add it, because a single page should give you as much information if possible. You can be able to give with it. Okay, it's not just a post you are going to just add 2 or 3 lines and you are going to add with an image and end it up. So this is a page. So it is like you are going to fill up with all those information. So you can be able to drag it as many blocks you want to create it with. Okay, so you can be able to just drag and drop. Suppose now I don't want this particular block, I can be able to delete it. And to the same place I want to bring up with an image. So you can be able to drag and drop it. Click on upload image. Okay, so let me bring this. Okay, so you can increase and decrease the size. If it is idle, then you can use the same. Click on save and close. The next one is, so email address. So do you want to use with the sign up form? You can be able to add with as many content do you want to connect it with your audiences. So I want their first name, last name. In case if it is also with the contact number, you can be able to choose with that. So whichever one is mandatory, you can enable it. So whichever it is not mandatory, you can leave it just like that. Let's click on save and close. So this was the submission forms. Now you can be able to add more content about yourself. So you can be able to change with this images information with the text. So this is a block which is going to have the text as well as the image. Okay, since there is a 2 column image, you can be able to see that column 1 and column 2 concept. Okay, it's been added. Then I can go to the column 2 and change with the content. Okay, suppose if you want to edit with this content, you can go to the edit option. So you can be able to select it with the size what you wanted. Okay, so let me save this. Okay, so you can change the content over here also. Okay, so let watermark. If I'm going to add with the images with watermark, so then there will be a content infringement. So I should not be in the trouble. So I've just removed it. So you have to take care of each and every simple things. It may look like a simple things, but it may create a problem tomorrow. So let me remove the content, save it. Okay, so let's assume it that these are all the contents which I wanted to show it to the people. Okay, so now let me give it. Okay, so this is our, let's have this content, and now we will click on save and close. So once you are going to complete with the content, then save and close. So yeah, you can be able to see that the URL, it will be there. You can edit this. So you can change the name. Okay, click on save. So once everything is done, click on publish. Okay, so this is how you can be able to create a landing page, and make sure that you are going to copy this link. So this is going to be our landing page. Yeah, so you can be able to share this page Now on any other places. So hope this has helped you to know the difference between the website and the landing page. Okay, so create a content in both the ways. Is that clear to everyone? Is there anyone online?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. So we shall have a 5 minutes break. We'll get back at 6:40.
Hello, sir.
So thank you all for being online. So we will be sharing this link. So in all the social media posts, or it could be on any advertisement if you are going to do it. Okay. So you can create your own content. You can be able to see all the informations what you want to feed it up to your audiences. So you can either use the website or you can be able to use the landing page, and you can be able to get the contents over there. Okay. Now, so the next concept is when you are going to create any content, so you can be able to reach out to the people in two various ways. So one is organically and another one is inorganic way. So inorganic way is nothing but by paying the money to that particular platform and you are going to reach it. So that is nothing but it is purely as advertisement. So that we have been seeing on the Facebook also we created an advertisement, in the LinkedIn also we created an advertisement. Also we have been created with the Google Ads. Okay, so these are all the ways where we have been created, we have been followed with inorganic way. So in the organic way, if you want to create the content, so what are the ways you have it? So you can be able to see if you want to reach this page. Okay, for example, on website you have it, and this website information should be available and it should be reachable to the people. So that means you can be able to share the link through your social media accounts, or it could be on the post or advertisements everywhere. But finally, when you are going to make the design of your website, it should be as per certain uh, unwritten conditions. So what are the unwritten conditions means? So that is nothing but which we call it as an SEO, search engine optimization. So there are certain things which you have to consider for the search engine optimization. The first and foremost thing is creating your website with the right domain names and having uh, the right web hosting spaces. Okay, so I'll just list it out. So give me a minute. So just give me a minute. I'll share the document to you people. So hope you are able to see my screen. Can anyone confirm me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So we will discuss with what are the things which is very important when you are going to create a website and you want to reach it to the people, and how you can be able to make your website to be there on the top of the result pages. Okay, so this process we call it as a search engine optimization, which is organically, that is naturally, how you can be able to bring your business pages on the top of the result pages. So search engine optimization, it means so why the people are going to make this organic search on the top means there are reason that the statistics says that 39% of the customers come from the search. So that means people will be first they will click on, they will type it on the search engine to find anything. They don't go for most of the time, it will not be through social media, it will be through the search engine only. 70% of the link search users click on the organic. So that means people will not believe, most of them, they do not believe it on the ads related link. Okay. So they are going to click on those things which are not been with the ads, that is nothing but organic searches. Then 70 to 80% of users ignore the paid ads, focusing on the organic results. 75% of the users never scroll past the first page of search results. So this is the main reason why we are going to be regular with our content, adding it to our digital platforms. So please be very careful that if you are going to stop entering that activities on your digital platforms, so then it is going to be the people who are going to be regularly visiting to your page, even those people also will be start to forget your content. Okay, if you're not in front of the audience, so then people will forget, and the search engine will not list you on the top. So when the search engine does not list you on top, then obviously if you're not there on the first page, then you are not alive. So this is the formula how you have to survive with. So when you start with any content on the digital platform, make sure that you are not going to stop yourself. So try to create a content on the same thing with a different three to four different patterns, and you can be able to reach it to the audiences on the different platforms. Okay, 93% of online experiences begins with the search engine. So you are not only you are going to write the content for your audiences, it is also should be considered that it should be relevant to the unwritten conditions of a search engines. Okay, so let's see that. On-page optimization is a process of implementing certain elements in the site which are recommended by search engines. So, as I said, so search engine optimization, it's an unwritten conditions, but it is all on the based on some certain scenarios. So you have to consider with that particular scenarios and elements will be considered, so that if it is in that particular kind of a blueprint, then it is going to be there on the top of the page at the earliest. Okay, so let's see what are those things. So factors affecting the on pages, website designing. So how does your website will look like? Then user experience, whether the person is going to enter into your website will be having a experience of what they are going to expect it more than that, or it has not been reached with their expectations. Okay, so it could be like when the people are going to visit the page and the page is not getting open, so it is taking more time, the loading time is more, buffering, and the content is not so optimal, so it is not there with what the company name it is on something, and the content what you have been added it is something, subject matter it is not there, so even that also will be relevant to it. Then quality content, you should not copy the content of someone else's website and you are not going to add it over here, which we call it as a plagiarism. So I think I have been shown you that how we can be able to find out the content when there is a data of same thing which is already available on the internet. The next, SEO elements of the page. So what are those SEO elements are there? So the first and foremost thing, as I said, it's a domain name. So once you are going to create the website, so it should be remembered easily, identical, so that people can be able to identify it with your business name, and make sure that it is going to be, it's not going to be a common name. Okay, so the next thing is page speed. So make sure that the website experience, it is going to be more than what the audiences are expected. So first and foremost, the page, when you are going to click on it and it is going to get opened, it should get open in a maximum of 1 to 3 seconds. It should not go more than 5 seconds. The maximity is 5 seconds we can take it. Okay, so to identify that whether this website is it working in within that time span or not. So how do we find out? Means for that also there is a website which is called as tools.pingdom.com. So let's see that whether do we have that and can we make use of this, and what is the result we can be able to expect it from that. So the website address is tools.pingdom.com. So here you should write the website address. So select the server of any country and you can be able to check with this tool. So how much time it is taking to get open with our website? What are the results? You can be able to see over here. Okay. So the loading time it is taking with 2.77, which is coming with the optimal time. Okay, so then there are certain things which you have to take care. It is giving some certain references, so we can be able to check care of this. Okay, so you can be able to take a pro account of this website and you can be able to get on a regular basis. You can be able to know that how is your website is performing with. Okay, so this is the website. So if you want to say that whenever you are going to create a website, it should be compatible with the mobile versions also. So we have another website that where it can let you know that is it your website, it is compatible on the mobile platform. So the website which we can be able to refer it is rankwatch.com. So you can be able to go to the resource and free tools and click on mobile friendly checker. So give the website address. So it should be HTTP. Then give the website address. I'm not a robot. Click on run test. Okay, so there is some error with this website, it says. Let me try the last time. Yeah, so now it is giving you a result over here that it is that your website it is a mobile friendly. Okay, so it is having a responsive mode. So that means whatever the content it is there, it is going to fit up with the right size on the mobile screen. Okay, so like this, you can be able to check with your website performances. So the outside and the inside content, so whether it is properly it has been arranged and it is going to be reached to the audiences in the proper presentations. So this is what we are going to check it out on the on-page optimization. So let me go back. Then website should be mobile friendly, which we have been checked out with the rankwatch.com. The next thing is title should be 70 characters. So the characters of the title is nothing but, so when you are going to create a website, on top you can be able to see the tab. In the tab, you can be able to see certain information we can be able to have it. So let me give it as an example. So here you can see that for the website test, speed test, ping down tools. So this is called as a title. Okay. So if I come over here, it shows mobile friendly test tool, mobile checker for a responsive website. So this is called as a title. So this should not exceed more than 70 characters. Meta tag. So what do you mean by meta tag? So the information which you are going to bring it on the search engine when anyone searches, and your information, the business information or your website information, if it is showing over there on the search engine screen, so what is that information it has to show? So that is called as a meta tag. So how do I come to know that this is going to be a meta tag, meta description? Okay, so let me take you to a website. So this is the website, and if I check it out on the Google, for example, okay, so now, okay, let me not take it as Bangalore, I'll just take it as BSI. Okay, so this is the website of this particular company. So what are the information you have it over here on the result page? So the same information you can see. So here you can just read it out. It is DSIM is one of the best institute for digital marketing in India with over 21,765 plus trained professionals. Okay, so the same information when I go to the website, I'll close this. So right click on that page, there is an option called view page source. Hope you people are able to see the screen. Right click on any space on the web page, click on view page source. Okay, so this is the code which is written behind the web page. Okay, so you can see that in the description of meta description, you can see the same content it is over here. Okay, so the same content it is available over here. So this is written under meta name description. Okay, so you can be able to see the headline. Even this also it is written over here. Okay, so this all the things nowadays it is not required you to learn the coding and you are going to create all this contents. Okay, so it is everything by default it will be available. Once you buy the hosting space at the control panel of your website, so that is what we created, the dashboard. Okay, so when you are going to create the content, there you will be having an option of changing the text into code into text. Okay, so you can check it out by writing the code over there and you can change it to text, and the same text what you wanted you can change it to code. So in that code you can be able to choose it what should be there in the meta tag description, and there will be one more meta tag which is called as keyword. Okay, so let me find it out what are the keywords they have been given over here for this page. Okay, so it says that, yeah, so you can see that the keywords over here it is digital marketing course, digital marketing training, internet marketing institute. So like this you can be able to find it out to all the competitors websites, so that it will be easy to you to know that what are the keywords can be trending and what are the competitors keywords are going to be used with. So you can use the search analysis by using the keyword planner on the Google Ads, and you can be able to list out all those keywords which can be able to get you more crowd. Okay, so this is how you are going to observe your competitors. So try to use the keywords which are relevant to the concept and also look into the competitors keywords, so that it will be helpful to us to make a good content and we can be able to reach it on the top at the earliest. Okay, so this is called as meta tags. The next thing is headline. So we have seen that, and the description also there is a restriction that only 140 characters, and headline it will be up to 60 characters. Okay, so headline it will be always the shortest one and description will be the bigger one. Next, alt text. So as I have been explained to you, when you people were adding an image on your website, there should be mandatorily you should add it with alternative text. What is this alternative text means? When an image is not getting opened automatically at the time of any audience is going to visit your page. So due to the network problem, or it could be the slower in the internet speed. So it could be any reason technically, or it could be with the network. But if the image is not getting open means, so first and foremost thing is people who are missing that image, they should not be missing the content of the image. So you can write the content behind the text, behind the image. Okay. So while uploading an image, automatically it will ask you to write a alt text. Okay. So it is mandatory that you are supposed to write a alt text for every images. So I'll show you over here also, it will be there. So let's see that where it is. Okay, it's available, but it is not displayed over here. Okay, so I'm not finding it over here, but it is mandatory that whenever you are going to create any image or upload any image on your website, it's mandatory you have to feed it up with your alternative text for that image in case if it does not get opened. So the next thing is URL. It's a URL optimization, that is linking with one image, one website page to another website page. So try to add a link, a proper links. Then footer is, you might have been seen on the web pages. So on the top there will be the menu bar. At the bottom there will be a footer notes. That is, what is that you are going to convey it at the end of the page. That it should also include the menu bar, what it is there on the top. Okay, so if anyone is scrolling down the page, they should not miss the content what they add on the top. Okay, that is called as a header, and the bottom one it is called as a footer. So try to link with the header and footer in proper way. The next thing is hyperlinks. So try to give a link to your other digital platforms like either a landing page or it could be with your social media accounts. So every text you can be able to add a link. So, but it is not recommended to add it for each and every text. It will be the over links if you are going to do it. Again, there will be a problem with your SEO optimization. So better it will be with the relevant references you should give it for that particular content. Then social sharing. Try to link with the social share buttons on your website pages and create with the breadcrumbs. Breadcrumbs in the sense you are going to give the step-by-step of link of every website from one page to another page. For example, if I have a website as, I'll just take you. So if I'm going to this website and if I'm going to the website like Bangalore, okay, you can see here. So it is taking from the main page to digital marketing course in Bangalore page. Okay, this is called as an crumbs, breadcrumbs, so that it will be easily to identify that to which page we have been reached from which page. Okay, so this is called as a breadcrumbs. Then sitemap, you have to upload it with your uh, business information on the Google Maps, and it has to be linked over here on the web page also. Then favicon is nothing but the site icon. I think in the last class I have been showing you That how you can add it. You can see here a P which is in the yellow background with P. So this is called as the favicon or site icon. So it's mandatory to identify your website. So the icon should be available. Okay, so these are the 14 points which you have to take care when you are going to create any web pages. So these are all considered as an SEO elements. So these are all the practices what you are supposed to do it on regular basis. Okay, so the next thing is, so this is technically, it is shown that how it will be given with the results. So once the person, the audience is going to write the keyword, so it will reach it to the crawler and it will go to the store, and from there it will go to the index. So index is nothing but it is like a rank listings. Okay, so from there it will go to the list of indexes which it has been prepared. So this indexes is like, so which website is performing on regular basis good activity based on, and the maintenance of the website, the engagement of that website. So based on all certain criterias, it is going to index the ranking systems it is going to do with. Then it will be checking out with the algorithm, the content, the keyword, what it is there, and the content, what you have it inside the website. It has to match it, and finally, it is going to show with the search results. It is little bit technical, so let's not worry. You can just have a look on this, which I'll be sharing it after the session. Now, user experience says how the user feel after visiting the website. What is the bounce rate of the visitors? So bounce rate is nothing but you are going to create a website, and as soon as the people are going to visit your page, they will not stay for a minute, also less than a minute. And if they are going closing your website and they are going out of your website, that means it increases the bounce rate. That means when the bounce rate increases, the value of the content, the ranking of the website, it will be down. Okay, so always reduce with the bounce rate. It is all depends on the contents what you have been created, and it also depends upon the performance of your website, how fastly it is going to get open. So suppose if a website, if you are trying to open, if it is taking more than a minute, will we wait for it? No, we are going to just click on the other link. So as a user, I have a lot of options, so I'll not wait for it, I'll just go ahead. Okay, so do not make your website to have more bounce rate. Then is this website is created for visitors or search engines? So till now what I've given the list of all those things which to be considered for the SEO. So that is for the purpose of Google or the search engines. But you should not only think about that, you should also think about your audience, that the content what you are going to share it. So it should be more optimistic, and it should be with a right way of presenting it, and you are not going to imitate with any other followers or competitors. Okay, so it should be balanced. Is this site is made for AdSense? So there are certain people who are going to create a website to sell not their own products, they will create it for selling someone else's products. Okay, so you should be very clear in that, which we can call it as an affiliate marketing. Then, how is the process of conversion in the site? So make sure that the call to action buttons are given rightly, and in case if you want to give them the payment gateways, so make sure that it is going to be given with the right links and it is working with. Okay, so consider all these things for the user experience. So these are all just an example. So there are certain things when you are going to design your website, so you should make sure that whether you are talking about the business, whether this image what you are going to add it is it consist of flash or multimedia. So make sure that it is going to be compatible on all the pages, on all the platforms. Is this design is responsive, that is accessible in all the types of instruments? How is the navigation of the site? How fast the website is loading? Okay, so these are all the things which you are supposed to take care when you are going to design it. So previous one, it was on the content, this is on designing. So like this, you have a lot of references over here. Okay, so which you are supposed to take care with. Okay, I'll just end up with this on page optimization with certain examples. See, this is the very important thing, how you are going to design your web page. Okay, so this is a right way where you can be able to get the content on the respective platforms, positions. Okay, and this is an example for the good quality content and bad quality content. Okay, so these are all the things which have been discussed, and for everything I have given with the explanation. Okay, so this is an example again. So what does that title means, headlines means, alt text, subheadings, okay, URL. Fine. So I'll be sharing this document to you after the session. Now, apart from this, this is an on-page optimization. That is what we visually see with how do you prepare this. So the next one is we are going to see with this that what should be done outside the website. How do you make the people to get connected to your business page? Okay, which we call it as a off-page optimization. So we have to create the backlinks. Okay, how do we create the backlinks? So this is an example of. So you should be able to get registered with all these platforms. Okay, so try to be linked with a lot of platforms, that is your social media account, or it could be with the local SEO, or it could be through the ads, or it could be through certain forums or subscription forums. Okay, so either by paying, without paying also you can be able to link with it. So try to add your content or add your link of your content on these platforms. Okay, so this is called as an backlinks optimization. Okay, so types of links, one-way linking. So that is, you are going to get connected with the website A. If you know that this person has a good audience network, so I can be able to talk to that person and I can pay some money for that person and I can be able to create a link. Okay, otherwise you have another option. You can be able to go with a two-way link, that is mutual understanding. I am going to put your details on my website and my website details on your website. So there are possibilities. Then there is a three-way link that you can be able to link with a triangular way. Okay, so these are all the ways how you can be able to get the audiences organically. Okay, so these are all the certain examples where you can be able to create your links. Okay, so I've given just a link of all this, so you can just have a look on all this and you can be able to follow it. Okay, so I think this could be a best reference for you. So in what are the ways we can be able to create with the backlinks? Okay, so by this, we are going to end up with search engine optimization, and also we have been created with the landing page and the website pages. Okay, so we'll meet at the same time tomorrow at 5:30. Thank you all. Have one.
Sir,
Yes, ma.
can I know how many days we have this class, sir?
Another 2 days,
Okay, when is the exam for us, sir?
so that it will be informed to you.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. So thank you all. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.